All praise, honor, and glories to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom unto you, Akim, sincerely doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai throughout the four corners of the earth, with all long suffering and sound doctrine, teaching this word unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures. Alright, and also to let these so-called white people, or the Edomites, according to the Scriptures, that they are going into slavery, and that their kingdom, Babylon, or Egypt, or Sodom, or Gomorrah, aka Babylon, Rome, okay, is going to be destroyed in a thermonuclear war, which is going to be considered World War III according to the Scriptures. All right, because the Scripture speaks on the three woes. All right, and that third woe is going to be the end all be all for America. You know, so shalom unto you, Akim, that is sincerely teaching that throughout the four corners of the earth. So that's through the Spirit. That's what I want to get into is that's how you tend to the flock, by teaching the prophecies. Okay. Now there's many scriptures where it tells you what a priest or a man of the Lord is supposed to be doing when it comes to handling the word. Okay, and you're supposed to well, this is going to be a perfect example of what not to do. All right, because what you have in the men of the Lord, the true holy prophets, you also have men who are not feeding the flock. They're not tending to the flock, man. Okay, and just real quick, you know, I'm going to grab this just because it came to mind in the book of Ecclesiasticus, because it tells you what a man of the Lord should be doing, you know, especially in these times, because we're supposed to be measuring the times diligently within itself. Okay, so I'm going to get this here, and I believe it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter. Let's see. Yep, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter, in the first verse. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out all the wisdom of the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." Okay. Now I have a precept here, so I want to get this first because I have it locked up. That's a form of feeding the flock, man. Because the gospel tells you what Yahushua was doing. He was going about teaching about the kingdom, how the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay, and that's what that was prophecy, man. Because right now that's the time that we're in. The kingdom of Yahushua is at hand, and that's how you comfort the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Though it says, Salakia, teach this word whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. All right, you do have Israelites out there that are not in the know, that they have a zeal. Okay, they can feel something's coming, man. Okay, and we are the ones that Yahweh Shai set up to teach and to let you know that this is what's about to happen. Okay, well, this RFID chip is about to be really they're about to start chipping niggas pretty soon, man. All right, there's a famine that's going to be coming. You know, all different types of prophecies are about to come to pass in the near future, man. All right, and we're supposed to tell people that to prepare them, because the scriptures tell us that we are to blow the trumpet and prepare the people for war. All right, and it says that none go to the battle, but does that mean to not teach the scriptures, to not teach the prophecies? You know, so I'm going to get this real quick, and Lord willing, this is edifying unto the hopeful elect, you know, and those that sincerely follow the scriptures, you know, those that sincerely dig into the scriptures and praise the name of Yahweh Shai, truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this is grievous unto all those that oppose the will of Yahweh Shai. So this is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2. I'm going to start from 1, but the point I want to get in is in verse 2. It says, the elders which are among you I exhort, whom am also an elder, and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. And the way that you feed the flock, when you go into the Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, it says what? To eat the whole roll. You know, and it also tells you in that same chapter, Ezekiel 2 and 10, it tells you that the scriptures are full of lamentation, mourning, and woe. They're full of, they have the curses, okay? They have history where our people were being put to death. They have history where our people were being put into slavery, being killed by the heathen, being tortured by the heathens, okay? And this is all part of prophecy, man. All these things that the scriptures tell us is part of prophecy. That's how you feed the flock. You give them everything, man. It says eat the whole roll, the entire roll, okay? Not just the scriptures that say, for God so loved the world, which they misinterpret that scripture. They have their own breakdown of the scripture, all right? But it teaches, it shows to the simple, it's a prosperity scripture, man. All right, we're supposed to teach everything, man. All right, so that way you know what you're getting. You know, hey, that's just like when you walk in, when you go to a restaurant, and they have a menu. All right, and they have what they have under every meal that you want to order. They have the ingredients, or they have what this meal contains. Okay, this meal here, it contains lamentation, mourning, woe, the prosperity, all right, the salvation of Israel, the curses, the list goes on and on. And we're here to give the entirety of the scriptures, man. And it says that's how you feed the flock, and the flock is Israel. All right, when you go into the book of Psalms, it says the pastor of his flock is Israel. All right. So I want to get back into this. This is Ezekiel 34. Salakia, Ezekiel 34 and verse 1. It says, and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto the shepherds, Woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? You see? Are we not the shepherds of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? And you have a lot of men out there that claim to be shepherds of the Lord, man. Or how they say shepherds of Christ. Which we know that that's not his real name. But that's what these people do. And what they do, they feed themselves, man. Because I go back to this, what it says. In verse 2, it says, Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre's sake, or not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. And that filthy lucre is what? That money. Not nowadays in the churches, the harlot houses, as the book of Ezekiel says, they have ATMs, man. And that's total wickedness, making merchandise of the Lord's word, man. And you seen what Yahweh Shai did unto those that was making merchandise of his father's temple. He came in there with a tail of 9 cords and was whooping them up out of the temple, man. All right. So well, let me finish this. Baba Koshai says, neither as being lords over God's heritage. Israel is the Most High's heritage. All right. But being examples to the flock, because the Most High, for him to set, he set up able men. Men they were going to go through the chastity. Men that were going to endure the hurdles. All right. Our lives, hey, as Paul's a perfect example on how we should be towards the flock, man. I forget exactly what scripture that says it, but Paul used his chastising or his chastening and his stripes and the things that he went through, and from where he came from, being an officer to being a minister of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's word, he used that as an example, man, that there's no excuse. All right, that you're gonna, because he was persecuting the church of the Lord, man, and then he ended up being the head apostle. You see, and he went through things, man. Paul he had stripes, he was chastened, and he taught the truth in this purity, man. He didn't take from the word, he didn't add unto it. He taught what the Spirit told him to teach, man. That's how you feed the flock, man. And he was a great man in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's a noble man in the ministry, man. All right. It says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And that the chief shepherd is who? Our big bro Yahushai, man, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. That goes back into the book of 2nd Ezra, where it says, I saw upon the mount all the men that sighed and that cried, and that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and they received crowns on their head and palms in their hands. All right, so that's talking about Yahushai. So I'm gonna get back into this in Ezekiel 34, and it says, "Woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?" All right, and to be a minister is to serve, pretty much to serve the people, man. When we go out and we teach the word and hit the highways and the byways, when we do these epistles on YouTube, this is a way of ministering unto the church, man. Feeding the flock, man. This is our job. It says, hate not laborious works which the Most High have ordained. All right. It says, ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have you bound up that which was broken, neither have you brought again that which was driven away. Hey, because our people are in straits, man. And the 2/3, those that have the spirit of niggerdom on them, those that are lost out there, they don't know, man. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. And you have certain men that have the Most High revealed the word unto, he ain't revealed the word unto these pastors, man. But these pastors, they know better, man. A lot of these pastors, they got that 501c3 charter where they can't be taxed. All right, and they only teach certain things. And guess what? They're not feeding the flock, man. Our people are lost. They're hurting. They're dying out here, man. And that's why the Most High, he set up false prophets, and he set up the true holy prophets to show the example of how you should and should not be. Because he needed to have, the Most High, he said there's going to be division, man. You're going to have the wicked and you're going to have the righteous. You're going to have somebody that's teaching wrong, and you're going to have somebody that's teaching his word correctly. And through the Spirit, man, that through great is going through Great Millstone, is teaching the word correctly, constantly pushing out prophecies, constantly pushing forward, constantly looking forward to the end of this place. All right. It says, neither have ye sought that which was lost. You got people out here that are straight up lost, man. And then they go into these whorehouses, these churches, these temples, and then they're just getting fed with prosperity, and then they're going back right onto the world with no buckler, man. They don't have they're not putting the armor on the people, man. It says, but with force and with cruelty have ye ruled them, and they were scattered because there is no shepherd, and they become meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered. They're vulnerable. All right, they have, like I said, they have no shield, they have no buckler. They don't have the banner Yahweh Shem Yahushai on their back, man. They don't have it written on the tablet of their heart because you have shepherds that are not teaching the word correctly. All right? And that's why through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushai set certain men up to do his job. I mean, well, not to do his job, but to push this word, man. My sheep wander through all the mountains, upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. As I live, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Therefore, you're supposed to feed the flock, man. Hey, did not Yahushai tell that to Peter? Did he not repeat that to him 3 times? If you love me, then feed my sheep. Okay. Did he not constantly repeat that to him? Because why? The people are hungry, man. They're looking for answers. Israel's looking for answers, man. And they don't. How else are they going to find those answers except Yahweh Shem Yahushai sends them a guide, sends them a true shepherd. Okay. It says, therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Yeah, because those shepherds are feeding the flock are straight up is GMO doctrine, man. You know, straight up Monsanto. They're not giving them the true food, the true meat, man. All right. They're giving them instead of giving them kale and cilantro, you know, they're giving them gummy worms, man. They're giving them fruit roll-ups. They're giving them straight up McDonald's, man. We're giving them that mean green machine smoothie, man. You know, all through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all praise, honor, and glory, and it is unto Him, man. Because that's what we teach, man. It says, neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. All right, so what we supposed to it's plain and simple, man. You know, I'm not gonna force the Spirit, man. That the Spirit just had me bring that out real quick. That's how you tend unto the flock, by teaching them the prophecies, teaching them the scriptures. All right, not withholding anything from them, giving them everything, man. Whether they hear for bear, let their blood not be upon your hands, man. All right, do your job as a shepherd and a minister, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Quit thinking about yourself all the damn time, man. Stop being so damn selfish. All right. Hey, so with that being said, I'm gonna give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom once again, and much love, peace, and salutation unto you, Akim, sincerely doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai throughout the 4 corners of the earth, teaching these prophecies unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites according to the Bible, and teaching the downfall of America, which is the third world's war, which is going to be nuclear, which is coming here in the near future. Hey, once again, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.